Well, we're down here, the shooting range in the borrow pit. This is our new shooting bench. Yep, just something nice and simple. And we're gonna have a little talk about treasures from Ted. I've got sort of an elderly friend that I met on a wood lot that I was working on. And he likes to go out metal detecting. And he likes to get together with me and talk about it. And I thought it would be kind of interest to share some of this. The first two shells that he gave me were these two. This is a 25-20, which is, as I understand, is a Winchester lever action round. And this one actually reads REM-UMC 25-20. You probably can't. Well, maybe you can. And that means it's a Remington United metal cartridge. So that's old when they were still United metal cartridge. And that's pretty cool. That's old. That's brass. That's kind of neat. This one is still loaded. That's a weathered away bullet, still in the end. And this one reads WRACO, Winchester Repeating Arms Company. And then below that it says 25-20 Winchester WCF. Not sure what the WCF is, but anyway, that's pretty interesting. That's an old one. He had an old 30-06 cartridge that he had pulled out of the ground, and there was a hole rotted through the side of it. And we were looking at it, and grains of powder fell out. And I said, I wonder if that stuff would take off. And we put it outside on a rock, put a lighter to it, and it didn't go like gunpowder should, but it burnt. It caught and burnt. It was really interesting. Had a hole rotted in it, exposed to moisture for a long time. So that's pretty neat. And then, more recently, he found this cartridge. Now, this is a much bigger cartridge. And one of the things that's hard to tell, but maybe you can tell, is that this is a copper cartridge. Now, if the cartridge is 100% copper, that means, as I understand, it predates 1900. This says, oh, you can almost see it in the light there, UMC 45 GOVT. And that is a 4570 before it was the 4570, as I understand. So this cartridge, this was found in Winterport, Maine, on the banks of a stream, in a spot that he knew to be a good place to find things. But this is old. That's been hanging out there for more than 100 years. And Ted gave that to me. I think that's actually pretty damn cool. And then recently I saw him down at our shop. Down at our shop in Unity. I believe that stands for United Metal Cartridge. And this is a .32 caliber rimfire, and this cartridge is all copper. Isn't that fantastic? This he found in the edge of the lake. He was wading in the water and found that just down off the edge from our shop. I think that's pretty cool, and it's pretty nice of him to share some of this with me. He tells me he's got tons of cartridges, and he'll keep giving me cartridges when he finds them, because he always likes to check them out. But pretty interesting, the history involved in that. That cartridge is over 100 years old and was just pulled out of the shore of Unity Pond. And here I am, I shoot 32s, and yeah, I find it fascinating. So that's pretty much all I have for this evening. It's a gorgeous summer evening here. It was extremely hot today, but it's cooling down much nicer now. Alright, gonna sign off. Just thought that y'all might find that a little bit of history interesting, and the fact that these things were used right around here and have survived in the ground. This one and the other one in the lake for 100 years. Pretty fascinating, if you ask me.